Right now, the Wisconsin Air National Guard called into action by President Biden today, ordered to shoot down an unidentified flying object flying over Lake Huron. And on this Super Bowl Sunday, how an ad during the big game 3 years ago helped raise more than $1 million in cancer research at UW's School of Veterinary Medicine. Those stories and more coming up right now at 10. New tonight, the Pentagon has confirmed that fighter jets from here in Madison are what shot down an unidentified object over Lake Huron this afternoon. The Wisconsin Air National Guard at Truex Field reportedly ordered by President Biden to shoot down that object. Right now, military officials believe that object is the same one that appeared in the skies of Montana last night, which briefly closed U.S. airspace near the town of Havre. Now, it's the third time in as many days an object has been shot down in North American airspace, as Americans here grow curious on what these objects are and where they're coming from. Christian Benavides shares what we know at this hour.
Yet another foreign flying object shot in North America Sunday, this time above the Great Lake region. Pentagon officials say it's likely that same object shut down the airspace over Montana on Saturday over concerns of a radar anomaly before it was taken down by U.S. fighter jets over Lake Huron. The latest twist of the high drama playing out in the sky. It comes a day after an American aircraft under orders from both Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and President Joe Biden brought down the foreign flying object in Canadian airspace over the Yukon.
It represented a reasonable threat to civilian aircraft.
Success.
That incident also a day after President Biden ordered the takedown of a foreign object in Alaska on Friday. The wreckage sits on sea ice, and investigators are braving freezing temperatures and working with limited daylight. The object was flying at 40,000 feet, according to U.S. officials.
The predominant concern by the president was a safety of flight issue at that altitude.
That is a key kill.
Last Saturday, that suspected Chinese spy balloon was shot down after it went over the ocean near the Carolinas. It had already made its way through the continental U.S. The Biden administration said it waited to shoot it down over concerns for civilians on the ground. Republican Congressman Michael McCall says the balloon went over 3 nuclear sites.
I think if you look at the flight pattern of the balloon, it tells a story as to what the Chinese were up to as they controlled this aircraft throughout the United States.
The incidents have prompted lawmakers to ask for more details from the Biden administration. Little is known about the most recent objects shut down. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
If you've been glued to the TV tonight, then you know in the last hour the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 57. If you weren't watching the game, though, you may have been at least watching for the commercials, and you might have recognized this four-legged friend. His name was Scout, and for the University of Wisconsin's School of Veterinary Medicine, he's a pretty big deal. Here's why. When Scout was diagnosed with terminal cancer, his owner, WeatherTech CEO David McNeil, wasn't ready to say goodbye. And thanks to the University of Wisconsin School of Veterinary Medicine, he didn't have to. Our Braden Ross shares how an ad featuring this golden retriever has helped raise more than $1 million for cancer research.
This is Scout. He was a loving family golden retriever.
He was one of the most trusting, kind souls. He was kind of an old soul.
He was also a Super Bowl commercial star. In 2019, Scout was diagnosed with an extremely aggressive form of cancer. His owner, WeatherTech CEO David McNeil, was told he wouldn't make it.
So Mr. McNeil, being Mr. McNeil, didn't want to take that prognosis to heart.
So McNeil brought him here to the University of Wisconsin School of Veterinary Medicine. UW vets like Dr. David Weil were able to treat Scout. McNeil, thankful to have his faithful companion still by his side, wanted to give back.
They every year put on a Super Bowl commercial. And he felt, it was his idea, that he felt it would be a great opportunity to highlight the cancer research that's being done here at the School of Veterinary Medicine.
Thanks to 30 Seconds on advertising's biggest night during the big game in 2020, Scout's story inspired thousands to donate to UW's work.
It's huge to us. I mean, you look over my shoulder here, we're the only veterinary school in the world that has the type of technology to deliver radiation like the RadExact Accuray system.
With the money, the UW Vet School has been able to buy cutting-edge equipment to continue their cancer research. Work Dr. Weil says can actually help humans, too.
If we look at cancer in multiple species, we may be able to solve it quicker.
After a long life full of fetch and belly rubs, Scout passed away in 2020. But Dr. Weil says his legacy will live on at UW.
That's all very exciting work, and much of that has come out through the exposure and the funding that we've received from David McNeil.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Another day of sunshine and mild temperatures here in southern Wisconsin, but Julian, when can I start hanging up my parka for good?
Well, it's going to be a little while for that one, McKenna, especially since we're going to be seeing temperatures actually take a dive later into the week. But until then, enjoy the weather that we have, folks, because we're going to be looking at close to a repeat going into our Monday. So let's talk about it. For tonight, as of right now, it is rather quiet, and it's going to be that way. It's 33 degrees. We are looking at some cloud cover, but it's going to be brief blanketing of cloud cover because as we get into the overnight hours, we're looking forward to start to clear up heading into our Monday morning. Temperatures will slide into the lower 30s and near the upper 20s by the time we get into sunrise. But right now we're looking at 33 for Madison, 34 for Janesville, and about 32 degrees for Platteville. So many of us are just a degree or two above freezing as of right now, making for not too bad of a night. Taking a look at our 24-hour temperature change, just a few degrees increased over the last 24 hours, but still we're staying rather mild as we continue throughout the rest of the night. Calm speeds for Madison and for Janesville, but a bit breezy for Monroe at 14 miles per hour winds. Now taking a look at tonight, well, we're looking again for those temperatures to slide into the upper 20s, but we will start to see once again tomorrow is just going to be really nice once again for us. 44 degrees, mostly sunny and mild. You can't beat a day like that to start off the new work week. But folks, we do have another little system that's going to be coming into next week. It's going to be very similar to Thursday possibly. So we're going to talk about the details as we have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday coming up in a few moments. Until then, back to you, McKenna.
Nice shot, Eggs.
Viewing parties are a staple of Super Bowl Sunday, but for a group of some friends, their day began at 9 this morning out on Lake Wabasa with a round of golf. Now, our Andrew Banstra woke up bright and early to join them for 9 holes and, in the meantime, learn more about what has turned into an annual tradition.
Each year, this group of best friends spends the whole Super Bowl Sunday together, but it doesn't start with football. It actually starts with golf right here on the ice.
We've been doing this for at least 30 years.
They start the day getting breakfast together. Then at 9 a.m. sharp, they all hit the links. Always the first group to play.
And it's become a part of our Super Bowl tradition. It's a Super Bowl of golf here.
They play 9 holes of golf, Wisconsin style.
It's golf with a tennis ball. They get, I believe, donated old Christmas trees to line the fairways. They have flags in each hole.
This is their Super Bowl. The group met on a softball team years ago, and they've been family ever since.
They bother me. If I liked them, it'd be okay.
Yeah, we all hate each other, so.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Does anybody even get a scorecard?
No, we don't.
They're simply here to have fun. But what's fun without a little wager?
We've had a hole-in-one wins a car. It's a great event. Doesn't cost a lot of money. It's you get a beer and a bowl of chili.
They said one year they golfed in -40 wind chill, another year in 10 inches of snow, making this year a day on the beach. But no matter the weather, they make it happen.
They had one year up here that they didn't have any ice, so we actually went to a golf course that was open in southeast Wisconsin and golfed there instead. But other than that, every year we've been up here for past 30 years.
Yeah, but this is like trying to play golf on railroad tracks.
After golf, they'll hold down the card tables for a few hours, accompanied, of course, by some Bloody Marys.
And then we go back to my house later on for the Super Bowl party.
As they told me, there's simply nothing better than this.
Yeah, I even got my sons are in it now, and then brother-in-law and my other brothers, you know, I mean, we've been family since day one we started playing softball years ago together.
At Christie's Landing, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
New at 10 tonight. Earlier today, there was another important bowl going on. Not the Super Bowl, but the Puppy Bowl. Here in Madison, Beer Rock did away with the pregame fluff of the Super Bowl, instead showing the literal fluff that makes up the Puppy Bowl. If you're asking yourself why, well, it's part of a fundraiser benefiting the Dane County Humane Society, with 10% of today's sales going back to the shelter.
being a bar and restaurant, I think anybody can throw the Super Bowl up on the screen, and it's obviously a big day, but we wanted to differentiate ourselves, think how else we can help the community, and we thought, hey, let's do focus on the Puppy Bowl and do a fundraiser for the Dane County Humane Society.
Now, don't worry, Beer Rock did change the channel for tonight's Super Bowl, so people there could still watch the big game. But with the hours and hours of pregame coverage, they said they'd rather show the Puppy Bowl in its entirety. Doing so is what officials at Beer Rock say sets them apart from any other sports bar, because where else can you go to watch the Puppy Bowl? Competitive puzzling was the name of the game this afternoon at Starkweather Brewing ahead of Super Bowl's kickoff. Teams of 2 competed to see which pair could complete a 300-piece jigsaw puzzle the fastest. Here's the catch, though. While each puzzle had the same amount of pieces, they were all different puzzles per pair, meaning that peeking over at your neighbor won't do you any good.
I like puzzles, so we said, let's try a puzzling contest. I had no idea it was going to be so popular. We said, all the puzzles, we had 31 puzzles, 31 places for teams of 2, and it's just working fantastically.
This week, Starkweather has been celebrating its 1-year anniversary, and this event is just one of many festivities to celebrate. We're told the winning pair finished their puzzle in 33 minutes and 16 seconds, with second and third place pairs finishing within 5 minutes of those first place winners. Over in Rock County tonight, Janesville police are investigating after a car was hit by gunfire last night. Officers responded to the area of West Memorial Drive and North Grant Avenue around 9:30 after receiving multiple 911 calls reporting shots fired. Police recovered multiple shell casings as evidence, with one car in the 1100 block of North Grant damaged by bullets. Anyone who lives in the area is urged to check their home security footage from last night between 9:15 and 9:45 and send it to Janesville Police. Still ahead tonight at 10, how engineers at the University of Wisconsin are using Disney to help inspire the next generation of female leaders in the industry. We'll explain coming up after the break.
Taste of savings on your plumbing project at Menards. Nobody has more Richmond water heaters in stock, like this 50-gallon hybrid electric water heater. It's the smartest and most efficient water heater on the market. Now on sale for $1499.99. Update your bath. The Elate frameless shower door by Kohler creates a sleek, minimalist look. Available in different finishes for any style. Matte Black is on sale for $589. Race to savings now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and it's designed to help make aches and pains a thing of the past. Because only Tempur-Pedic uses our one-of-a-kind, incredibly adaptive Tempur material to relieve pressure points and support your body in a way no other mattress can. Molecule by molecule and millimeter by millimeter. All night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-501-5956 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
It's Valentine's Day on the Jennifer Hudson Show. Andy McDowell joins the party.
The last date I went on was a catastrophe. He goes, "You're beautiful for your age."
Plus, the lovely Tinashe.
on the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Many little girls dream of becoming Disney princesses when they grow up, but female engineering students at UW-Madison want to show them that they can be engineers at the same time. Students in the UW-Madison Society of Women Engineers say they never had the opportunity to learn about engineering field as a kid. That's why they decided to create Disney Day as a way to get children interested in the field and expose them to the career path. Kids of all ages had the chance to spend their Sunday participating in Disney-themed STEM activities, from building Cinderella's carriage to making Princess Elsa's snow.
Getting these kids interested at a young age is really important, just to know that they can do it. I think especially when it comes to underrepresented genders, especially in engineering. Like, we have a bunch of little girls here, which is really good to see, and they seem really into it.
This is one of the main community outreach events of the semester for the Society of Women Engineers. They typically host an event for K-12 students every year. And while some kids may be too young to understand it at the time, these students hosting the event say it's all about exposing kids to the word engineer, something they wish they had growing up. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and you may still need to get something for your sweetheart. Instead of flowers and chocolate, you can consider something homemade and original. And at the Garver Feed Mill this afternoon, that's exactly what was happening, with local arts and craft vendors selling their goods. Food and drinks were also available, as were custom valentines you can make for that special someone in your life. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Julian Seawright.
Well, we're going to start things off with our surface map, and we're still looking at a quiet night and still building in more milder temperatures going into the start of the new week on top of it until we get to our Wednesday as well. But this is what we're watching for. This low pressure system, it's over towards the Great Plains, just over by Colorado, is going to continue to fuel up a bit of some moisture, which will start to move its way across the Midwest and be bringing in threats of not just one system of bringing rain, but potentially even some snow later into the week. We'll get to that in just a moment, but our three things we'll need to know: enjoy the weather because it is going to be in the 40s, plenty of sunshine throughout our Monday, but Tuesday we're looking at a lovely rainy and windy kind of day for us. It's going to be a bit on the breezier side for Valentine's Day, and also rain will really start to take over once we get into our Tuesday afternoon as well. So make sure that your dinner plans or whatever your date plans are inside. Outside of that, we are going to be watching for another system to be bringing in accumulating snow that'll be likely for our Thursday. Tomorrow, again, sunshine, 44, can't really beat it, especially with temperatures around this time of year still holding on to the mild and wonderful trend that we've had this entire weekend of just being into the 40s. Looking at 44 degrees for Madison's high, same for Platteville, around 45 for Janesville. A couple of areas to the west could see into the upper 40s, but overall it's going to be a pretty marvelous day. So let's walk through it. Waking up tomorrow morning, still going to be a little bit on the breezier side coming in from the northwest, but cloud cover is going to be very few to none. Getting into the rest of our evening hours, plenty of sunshine, temperatures feeling pretty good. No issues in terms of the weather, especially once we get into our 5 p.m. commutes. Transitioning to Tuesday morning, staying mild. Cloud cover is going to start to build. But once we get into around lunchtime, especially noon, so we're going to be watching for developments of rain just towards the southwest. This will be around Prairie du Chien and Platteville. Could start to see a couple of showers starting to develop. And then around 3 p.m., moving its way across Iowa and Lafayette counties into Dane County and for Rock and Greene counties. And we're going to see it be much more widespread once we get into around the 5 p.m. hour. And it's going to be sticking around throughout the rest of our Tuesday evening before it dissipates into the overnights into early Wednesday morning. Could see about a quarter to a half of an inch of rainfall from this event, but that's just the rain for that. Because the other thing we're going to be watching for is that we have the alert day in our forecast, and that's going to be from Wednesday night into our Thursday. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What are the details? Well, the details are we're going to be seeing a wintry mix first, and then we're going to be seeing some possible accumulating snowfall. Snow totals are still up in the air, but it's something we're going to be watching for and could still be disruptive for us by the time we get into our Thursday. So we're going to be diving into that and making sure we'll be bringing you some details over the next couple of days, especially with snow totals for the event. Outside of that, though, like I mentioned, enjoy tomorrow. And enjoy the warmth for Tuesday because it's going to be into the upper 40s, but it's still going to be on the rainier side. And once that cold front sweeps its way through Wednesday night into Thursday, so we're going to be looking at another pretty much possible or very identical system that brought us snow last week. It was wet, sloppy mess. if we get accumulating snowfall, it's pretty much going to be the same thing.
All right, we'll be sure to keep track of it. Thanks, Jolene. In more news tonight, do you take a shower in the morning to get energized or maybe at night to relax? Either way, Consumer Reports has tips to help you shower smarter, smarter for the planet, smarter for your skin, and smarter for your water bill.
Mom, I'm taking a shower.
For Robin and her family, showers are a vital part of their daily routine.
I typically shower in the morning. It helps me wake up, get in, get out, and get ready for my day.
I like to take quick showers.
I usually shower for 10 minutes at the most.
Did you know the average family uses up to nearly 40 gallons of water a day while showering, accounting for nearly 17% of residential indoor water use?
You can save a lot of water and energy just by limiting your shower time to about 5 minutes.
If you're up for an easy DIY project, install a water-saving shower head. Look for the EPA WaterSense label, which limits your shower's output to no more than 2 gallons a minute. It helps save 2,700 gallons of water per year, and it also reduces demands on water heaters, which also saves energy. If you have an electric water heater, that can add up to enough savings to power a house for 11 days. Worried that the water-saving flow won't get the job done?
In many cases, you really may not be able to tell the difference. To qualify for the WaterSense label, a shower head has to have certain spray patterns and feel and meet criteria that's at least as good, if not better, than other shower heads on the market.
Hot showers might be good for your mind, but warm water is better for dry skin, eczema, dermatitis, and psoriasis. And after your shower, don't forget to add a cream moisturizer. This is Nadia Torres.
The biggest sports story of the day, Super Bowl 57. Jordan has a full game recap coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
When we designed the all-new Honda Pilot Trail Sport, we made it adventure-ready. With features like an enhanced all-wheel drive system and off-road tuned suspension, so you can blaze new trails. The all-new Pilot Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda SUV ever. Visit your local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily. Buy online or reserve from select Honda dealers.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
Got a good feeling about this, yeah, I'm with it. I got a good feeling about this, yeah, so let's get it. I'm feeling good vibes.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Every single moment takes your breath away. Every powerful emotion makes your spirit soar. Everyone who sees it remembers it forever. Join the circle of life at The Lion King.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and you'll have access to the News 3 Now newsroom in the palm of your hand.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
I'm going for Judge Janet Protas.
Protestowitz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasiewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasiewicz.
When arguably two of the best quarterbacks in the league face each other for the Lombardi, you know it's going to be epic. So clearly Super Bowl 57 did not disappoint. Unless you're an Eagles fan, in which case that ending is going to sting for a while. Now let's circle back. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs taking on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Now this game's tied up at 14 in the second quarter. Hurts takes it in for his second score of the game, and the extra point gives them a 7-point lead. They end up making it a double-digit lead at halftime, and they're just looking like they're on cruise control. Now, despite battling his ankle injury, Mahomes comes out hungry. Now it's a 6-point game. He connects with Kadarius Toney. That PAT gives KC the lead. Now Toney, he's not done. Minutes later on punt return, he brings it all the way back to the 5-yard line, which sets up the offense to add to their lead. Well, while Hurts is able to rally his crew, and he ends up making history by being the only QB with 3 rushing tutties in a Super Bowl, the Chiefs wouldn't be denied. Tied at 35, Harrison Butker drills a 27-yard field goal, sealing the Chiefs' fate as Super Bowl champions.
It's the greatest feeling in the world. Being on top of the mountain, being here with the guys that we did it with the coaches we did it with, through all the adversity. There's nothing I can say that can really explain how I'm feeling right now. Being at the top with my brothers and my teammates is it's the best feeling in the world.
Final round of the Phoenix Open, Scottie Scheffler is having himself a day. He cards a 6 under 65 to defend his Phoenix Open title. Also helps him regain the top spot in the world. Scheffler and Nick Taylor were neck and neck on the back nine. Scheffler sinks an eagle putt on 13 to take the lead. Then he drains a par putt on 16 to make it a 2-shot lead. He won the tourney by 2 strokes. But one shot that is getting a lot of attention from the final round of the Phoenix Open is Ricky Fowler's hole-in-one. He sank the shot on 7 to move him 11 under overall. This marks his 3rd career ace. Now Fowler finished the tourney tied for 10th. Metro men's hockey truly rose to the challenge last night in front of a loud and packed Kohl Center, where they upset the #1 team in the country. And what makes it even sweeter? Happened to be Minnesota. The Gophers scored their first and only goal late in the first period. Then it was all Badgers. Carson Bansel finished the night with a goal and an assist. Daniel Latch nets his first goal of the season. That was the go-ahead in the second period. And between the pipes, Kyle McClellan made 32 saves. And the men were not the only Badger squad with the border battle upset last night. The women took care of business in Minneapolis, beating 3rd-ranked Minnesota 7-5. 6 different Badgers found the back of the net with Kirsten Sims posting her first multi-goal game. She provided the go-ahead in the second period, and then freshman Caroline Harvey is going to bury the final go-ahead in that 3rd period. The Badgers go 2-0-2 against the Gophers this season.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Stay with us. Final check of your forecast coming up when we return.
Get bath tissue for just $3.99. Monday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Monday is Simply Done bath tissue for just $3.99 while supplies last. Only at Hy-Vee.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll get right to the point. It's the President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. President, what's that mean for the average American? It means saving $100 off every $1,000 you spend.
And purple?
With bipartisan support, we've allocated up to $900 off adjustable mattress sets.
And how will the people pay for these so-called savings?
Try 4 years no interest and free shipping. The President's Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Alien tape is strong enough to hold this fishbowl on a moving car. Just peel and stick and make anything stay in place quick. A wooden shelf, a basket to glass, rugs to the floor, and so much more. Alien tape sticks to brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better. Alien tape secures in seconds, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. You're dying to try it. Here's your chance to buy it.
Call 1-800-490-1347 or go to tryalientape.com. That's 1-800-490-1347.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV, like Bronco, Explorer, or the new Escape. Get here to get a deal on the SUV's #1 in brand loyalty. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose Flex Buy on Escape, Edge, or Explorer with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,000 Auto Show cash.
Jose was seriously injured when he was hit by a semi-truck.
Group Law Office did a great job at staying in touch with me. Every time I called, they had a response for me. Every time I needed something, they had an answer. They're very much helpful. Their communication is great. Everybody's really nice. You know what they say? One call, that's all. That's literally all I did. And I would recommend them to anybody.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices did a great thing. My voice was heard.
Wondering about remodeling? Fry Construction's interior design team is ready. Whether a refreshing facelift or a major renewal, your project deserves only the very best. And that's exactly what you get with Fry Interiors. We brought remodeling dreams to life for the folks who voted us Best of Madison's Best Kitchen and Bath Design. Ready to join them? Ready to get more comfortable? Ready for the best? From design through construction and after, we're with you every step of the way. Your next remodel starts at fryconstruction.com.
Get bath tissue for just $3.99. Monday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Monday is Simply Done bath tissue for just $3.99 while supplies last. Only at Hy-Vee.
Meet the candidates for State Supreme Court Thursday at 6:30.
All right, let's talk, Julian. We watched plenty of commercials today. Yeah. Which one was your favorite?
I think mine was the Tubi one because it really caught me off guard because initially I thought somebody was messing with me and was changing the channel mid-game. But coming to find out, it was just a complete Tubi commercial. Very creative, very well done, caught my attention.
I think mine was, I think it was Amazon. Whenever I had the dog who was really sad, they were all going home, and I was really upset. They're going to create, I'm like, they're going to put this dog in. And then they got him a friend.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I was screaming.
Really creative this year.
They were good this year.
Yeah. Got to talk about the 10-day forecast, though. So here, the first warned weather team. We're telling you Monday is going to be great. Tuesday is going to be rainy. And then Thursday, we put in alert days. We have confidence of a snowstorm, but make sure that you're staying up to date because we are looking at details of just how much snow we could get.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight. News 3 Hours Morning starts at 4:30.